Hey, this your girl ErickaJ. What's up? I'm here with my girl Lady Xtreme. Nicole Carter's her government name, but can I say that?
You can say that.
Okay, because if not, we can edit that.
No, you ain't got to edit that. Girl, you don't have to.
This month I've been talking about just doing it. I mean, we start off the month, the beginning of the year, everyone talks about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. They make these resolutions. But half the time we don't do it. So start off with just do it. Last week I talked about doing what you love. Today I want to talk about doing it afraid. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Nicole, what I know about her. She's a mother, she's a wife, she's a friend, she's a confidant, she's a motivator, she's an influencer. I wrote this stuff down. She's innovative. She's all of that. That's the personal side of her. That's stuff that people really don't even know about. Sometimes they see her up there where they really don't know. She is, and most of all, she's a woman of God. So, yeah, I didn't have that written down, but that's real right there. But the professional side of her, she's a rapper. I remember her as a rapper. Like, I was like, man, this is dope. Yeah, up there. It's dope. Like, yeah. A girl out here rapping, she was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Her husband's a DJ. Her and her husband was DJ. Was the Blood Wash?
That's right.
Blood Wash. Yeah, I remember. And so then she's a promoter. She does promoting. She's a speaker. She's an advocate for disabilities. She's a radio personality. She's an author, an entertainment guru. I mean, whatever you've done, she's like doing it. Like she's a legend in this thing, and she does it with like so much ease. So I invited her because I was somewhere, I think we was at our friend's birthday party, and she talked about doing it afraid. And it was so inspiring and so enlightening. It just like mesmerized me, like, wow, this is real. So I wanted to share to share with you where she coined this, doing it afraid, what was going on in your life, and how did you get the courage to speak about it? Like, just speak out about it and go out and start speaking about it. I know we speak, but there comes a time where, like, that's a transparent moment. Like,
yeah, the doing it afraid. Joyce Myers was really my inspiration for doing it afraid. She had a whole fear movement. And here recently, probably in the past maybe 5 or 6 years, I just kept hearing God say, do it afraid, because my plate I started going indoors and being in places that I thought that I had to polish up, or I had to, my personality, or I had to do, and I heard God as clear as I'm talking to you, do it afraid. I remember where, when you're stretching and you guys understand this, when God called you to do something and you look at your bank account, you like, now who gonna do that again, God?
Listen, that's real. That's real. Listen, that's real. That's real. Like, God, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? And I have found the favor of God has done greater and has opened up more doors for me in this new thing that I'm doing than anything else. And I found that people, one of the reasons why the do it afraid really hit is because people felt that they had to get ready instead of doing it. And they, like, if I'm skinny, or if I'm skinny enough, am I pretty enough, am I white enough, am I black enough, am I smart enough, am I, all these excuses. Do I have, these kind of things? And we base ourselves, or we look at ourselves from a perspective of what people has projected to us to be the perfect person before you go forth. Wow. And I'm saying go forth, and regardless of what happens, you might lose weight, you might not. It doesn't matter. They can make coffins big enough for you. If not, they can cut you. Don't nobody know. But it's really it's really you leaving a legacy in the earth for your children's children, and for you to realize that you want to die empty. The die empty kind of thing came to me because of Miles Monroe. Miles Monroe said the richest place on earth is the graveyard, because there's unfulfilled dreams, unfulfilled purposes, unfulfilled destinies. And for me, it just, honestly, I wanted to make sure that not only when God gave me the rest, I wanted to encourage everybody around me. So the do it afraid was more or less, I didn't want nobody to keep giving themselves excuses on why they're not, or why they can't, or why they won't. I wanted to say the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. But even if you take baby steps, take the steps. And one thing that the Lord gave me that I'm going to give to your folks, have frog-like faith.
Wow.
A frog never jumps backwards.
Hold on, I'm taking notes.
Oh, that's, yeah.
I'm taking notes.
like faith, a frog never jumps backwards. A frog might stay on the lily pad, it might linger there, but a frog always leaps forward. So always move forward in your life. Always move forward. You're not going to walk backwards. So have that frog-like faith so that you can continue on leaping forward and stop doubting the fact that when you leap, baby, if that's not the right lily pad, you leap on another one. It's just leap forward and do it, and do it afraid, because I mean, everybody has those moments when your knees knocking and you're kind of nervous and stuff like that.
That's right.
But people need you. People need this vlog. People need, you know, Erica, the beautiful voice, the motivational person. They need that. So my whole charge is, what can I do to inspire and encourage those around me? Because as I encourage you, the day that I need it, you'll turn around and encourage me, like making this phone call and have me on your show. That encouraged me.
listen, for y'all, some of y'all might have caught this, or y'all probably will catch it later. She just went live. She put me all out there, put the business all out there. You know, I'm trying to be smooth with it. So I'm gonna get back to this vlog. I'm gonna be professional. Hey, this is ErickaJ. And frog-like faith, leaping forward, doing it afraid. Like sometimes when you get close to a frog, it looks like it's nervous and then it'll hop away. Sometimes when we get close to something, we just got to start hopping away from whatever it is and hop to what we're supposed to hop to. Tell someone that's kind of struggling, because there are some times that we used to think, I know people always say, and this is just for church, and I'm not putting any other religion down or anything down, but they always say, well, I'm not going to go to church, or I'm not going to get saved until I get ready. But you're never ready. So you got to just do it anyway. You know, how can you get ready to be ready? You know, so at the end of the day, just do it. So what would you tell someone, even with what you're saying?
One thing that I learned is that the reason why a lot of people don't want to get saved or get in church is because it has a requirement of stretching you in a place that you can't control. And there's that fear there, because fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. And a lot of times what happens is that there's nothing that you've done, nothing that you ever going to do that's going to stop God's love for you.
Absolutely.
And just like you said, I think a lot of times people have a tendency to think that, oh, if I get myself together, or when I get older, or I just don't, you know. But a lot of times when you go to take a shower, when you go to wash up, when you get in the shower, you're not clean yet.
That's good.
You gotta lather the rag, and then you gotta get parts, and then you gotta rinse the rag off, and you gotta lather, and then you rinse off. So everything, there's a spot and a place and a pot, and then some areas you gotta get way better than other areas.
Listen, that's good.
You know, so it's kind of like what behind my ears is different than my face. So we have to think about that as your walk with God. There's areas whereas you're not gonna be all the way clean. That's why it's a walk with Him.
That's real.
You know what I mean? And sometimes some cleanliness takes years, and it's okay.
That's real.
When we realize and recognize that it's love, and how much God loves us, and that you can't clean yourself up, it doesn't matter. Let Him do it, because He's the creator of the entire universe. He's the one that gives you the breath in your body. And with that being said, every breath you take, you don't think about taking a breath, it happens. So that's how cleanliness happens. It happens in your life, and honey, that's the reason why we need Him in our life, because He teaches us the faith part. Some of us we won't do our greatest things in earth until we operate in the area of faith. And we have to, in order to pursue your greatest purpose, you have to pursue faith. Do you know that more people, it doesn't matter if they're in the world or if they're not, if they're in God or in the world, whatever, it's still the same principles. The same principles is you got to jump out there, you got to do it, you're doing stuff afraid, you're taking chance, you're taking risks, and a lot of times people don't know what to call it, but the reality is faith moves as faith moves. They're God principles regardless if people want to accept God or not.
But you can apply those same principles in business, you know, in your hobbies and whatever. Those principles are principles for life, period, in whatever you do. And so that's amazing that you ended with that, saying, hey, okay, we're not putting if you don't believe in God, okay, no problem. We're not putting it down. We're lifting up what we believe, but also take these principles and apply them to any portion of your life, anything that you're doing. That was good. That was good.
It's true, because even in order to be a pro, they said it usually takes 5 years to focus on something in order before you got expert. Well, here's the deal. the reason why people can have confidence in certain things that they do, like when you work at a job for a long time, you have confidence when you go in, you know how to operate, because you kept doing it over and over again. It's just like our relationship with God. You got to keep doing it over and over again, and really, and He loves you where you at, baby.
Where you at?
He really does. So I know you had some other questions.
No, you know what? You are, listen, you doing it. You are doing, I'm loving, listen, I'm loving all of this. I mean, you kicking it out there. So all my questions, I only had a couple questions. I just wanted you to speak from your heart about doing it afraid. Because it's easy to sit there.
You just reminded me, people who have children with disabilities or adults with disabilities.
Yes. That
was one of the monumental moments in my life. And I want to throw it out there because just in case someone out there, or if you have a personal disability, there's unlimited possibilities.
Yes.
For all disabilities, unlimited possibilities for who you are, who you purpose to be. I understand as a parent, sometimes it gets hard, it gets tough, but in the same token, just like with anything else, speak life over that situation. And that's one of the reasons. Another reason why I said do it afraid. My family was saying you should hide the fact that you have a child. You know, you don't want anybody to hurt them, whatever. And I became very aggressive and very bold. Like, no, I have a child that has autism. I have a child with a disability. I want people to know that. I have friends, near and dear friends to me, who are cerebral palsy, who have, are in wheelchairs, who have, Down syndrome, all those. And really, I've seen genius factors in the different people. And it caused me to say, listen, for those of us who are feeling like we're by ourselves and we're alone and nobody understands what we're going through, there are other parents that are out here or other adults out here who understand what you're going through. But please speak life over your children, speak life over your adult children, find resources and stuff like that. So that was another part of the movement of the Do It Afraid, because it was kind of like I became out loud with my advocacy for people with disabilities.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing. Before we end this, tell me about some upcoming things you got going on. Because you're always doing so much. Make sure, first of all, how can they connect with you?
Okay, so my name is Nicole Lady Xtreme Carter, or my organization is called UPFAD, which stands for Unlimited Possibilities for All Disabilities. We have a All Disabilities Festival coming up in July. I am so stoked about that. Yeah. We had a successful year last year. A radio show. I'm doing a radio show. There's a television show that I'm getting prepared for. There's some great things that's coming up. I'm on your show. I don't know. I'm so daggone excited I'm on your show. I'm trying to think about, if you want to connect with me, Nicole Lady Xtreme Carter. My Xtreme is with an X, just like the shirt. It's XTREME. So Lady Xtreme is my name, and you can find me that kind of way. I do like talking to people. Definitely keep my girl ErickaJ. Just make sure you support her. And if she asks for you to support her financially, just send her $5. That's all. Just send her a little love gift and encourage her to make sure that she can continue this on, because she's inspiring people like myself to keep going and keep moving forward. But I am, so that's just how you can connect with me. And I just hope that you guys do your dream, do it afraid. Oh, I do have one last thing that I leave with everyone. I say that if you have a finger, on your finger there's a fingerprint. There will never ever be anybody in all of human history with your fingerprint. Wow. But even if you had no fingers and even if you had no toes, there's something on the inside of you called DNA, which is blood. There will never ever be anybody in all of human history with your DNA, with your blood. So you're so fearfully and wonderfully made that you're unique, and God created you to do great things. Now go out and be great.
Wow, that's amazing. This is your girl ErickaJ. I'm gonna end on that note. Make it a great day. This is your girl Lady Xtreme. Listen, peace. Make it a great day. Connect with Lady Xtreme, ErickaJ. Make it a great day. Peace.